Hello everyone, today I'm back with Unit 3 Society, Law and Ethics, and this is your class 11th CS topic. And under the Society, Law and Ethics, digital footprints, digital society, and these are what comes under this Unit 3. Digital footprints, digital society and netizen, that is net etiquettes, communication etiquette, social media etiquettes, then data protection, that is IPR, and under which comes copyright, patent, trademark, violation of IPR, plagiarism, all of these, cybercrime, then next, then cyber safety, e-waste management, all of these are what comes under society, law and ethics. You guys can read this. I'll explain each of these in the coming slides. So what all are there, you can just go through these. And how in my class 11, what I was asked to do is, we were asked to do a seminar. Each of us were given divided into groups, and we had to take each topic, and mine was data protection, that is from here till here. This is what we got. Our group got data protection. So we have to do on intellectual property right, violation of IPR, plagiarism, copyright, patent, trademark infringement, copyright infringement, open source softwares and licensing. All these were done by us, and some other team were given the rest. So it was divided among the class. So we were asked to do a seminar on Unit 3. If you are also asked to do such, I will show you what must be done. Okay, I am explaining on each and every topics here. 9 topics, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 topics are there. So listen here. First is digital footprint. A digital footprint is a data that is left behind when users have been online. It includes the websites you visit, comments on social media, emails you send, and the information you submit to online services. These are the what we call as digital footprint. There are two types of digital footprints: passive and active. Passive footprint is something that you put up on the internet unintentionally. Make sure you notice the keyword unintentionally. We are giving up something on the internet. Example, browser cookies and IP addresses. Or whenever we browse, whenever we get into some website, they ask us to accept or decline. Sometimes, most of the times, we accept, right? That is passive footprint. Unknowingly, unintentionally, we put up something on the internet. That is what is passive footprint. Example is browser cookies and IP addresses. Then comes active footprint. Active footprint is created when you post online by sending an email, publishing a blog post or a tweet, or uploading a photo on social media. When we all do tweet or upload a photo on Insta or Facebook, wherever. So we all do these in social media. That is done by us knowingly, and that is what is active footprint. So digital footprint is some data which is left behind when the users have been online. And all these digital footprint, it's like when we walk in a beach, we leave our footprints there, right? It's the same thing. What all we are doing on the internet, when we are online, all the data is left behind. There is a footprint, there's a history left behind. So that is what is a digital footprint, and these are of two types, passive and active. I hope this much is clear. Now, Some points to keep in mind. First one, you can't erase your digital footprint completely from the digital universe. It is not possible to erase your digital footprint completely from the digital universe. Second is, digital footprint is often used to obtain personal information about you, such as religion, political affiliations and interests. So when we leave these digital footprints behind, these can be used to obtain personal information about that particular person, such as religion, political affiliations and interests. Number 3, to leave a positive digital footprint is a good way to leave a positive reputation. To leave a positive digital footprint is a good way to leave a positive reputation. I hope you guys understood that. Just think about it. So this is about digital footprint. Next is net and communication etiquettes, which is also known as etiquettes. Now, what is an etiquette? Etiquette means respecting other users' views and displaying common courtesy when posting your views to online discussion. It means respecting the other users' views and displaying common courtesy when posting your views to online discussion. You all must understand what this means. This is very important. Like, let me give you an example. We all will have difference in opinions, right? So what happens is, usually what we see in social media is some news or something comes up, and then there are a lot of comments. Some comments will be debates, some will be there's a fight happening there in some comments. So what etiquette means is, we must respect each other's views and we must display common courtesy. What might be our view might not be what is yours. My view might be different from yours. So what we as humans can do is, we must respect other users, we must respect each other's view, and we must display common courtesy when posting our views to online discussion. This is something that is seen by millions of people. We can give our view, but the way we give our view must not hurt the other person that is reading our comment or whatever. Okay. So that is what is net and communication etiquette. Etiquette means respecting other users' views and displaying common courtesy when posting your views to online discussion. It includes several aspects of the internet: social media, email, online chat, web forms, multiplayer gaming, and other types of online communication. Okay, this is what net and communication etiquettes include. Several aspects of all these: internet, social media, online chat, gaming, on web forms and all. Then see, this is very important. I hope all of you are following this. Netiquette rules for electronic communication. Use respectful language. Respect people's privacy. Fact check before reposting. Just because a person posts something and you stand for it, you must know whether what that person has posted is true or not. You must check the fact before reposting. Sometimes some person will make fake news, and maybe that fake news might be what we wanted. In the sense, we might be supporting that fake news, but first we must check before we must check that if that is true or false, and only then we must repost, or else we will be roasted. So fact check before reposting. Use respectful language. Respect people's privacy. We must fact check before reposting. We shouldn't just blindly repost anything that comes to us. Okay, check whether it is true or not. Then respond to emails promptly. Update online information. Do not post copyrighted material to which you do not own the rights. Without having the rights, we shouldn't post copyrighted material. Alright. These are the nitty-gritty rules for electronic communication. This is important not just for your syllabus, but also as humans we must know all of these. Yeah. Data protection. Data protection refers to the practices, safeguards and binding rules put in place to protect our personal information and ensures that it remains in control. Protecting our data, our personal data, that is our information and all. It is the ability to determine what type of data in a computer system can be shared with third parties, and it is also known as data privacy. Now, how do we protect data? What are the ways to protect data? First, know exactly what you have and where you keep it. You should know exactly what you are having and where to keep it. Just don't post all your information in social media, your birthday, your contact number, your email and all of those stuffs. Just you should know what you have and you should know where to post it, where you should keep it. Okay. Run regular backups of your important and sensitive data. Install trustworthy virus protection software, AVG 360 security, all of those. Install virus protection software. These are the three ways how you gotta protect data. Now we are having a data protection law. Okay, the General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR) is a legal framework that sets guidelines for the collection and processing of personal information from individuals who live in the European Union. So this is a legal framework and it sets the guidelines for the collection and the processing of personal information from individuals who live in EU, European Union. That is the data protection law. Now we are having intellectual property rights, IPR. Intellectual property rights are legal rights to safeguard the privileges provided to individuals for their creation or invention of new work. Intellectual property rights are legal rights to safeguard the privileges provided to individuals for their creation or invention of new work. IPR are provided through patents, copyrights and trademarks. Excuse me. Any individual in the field of writing, music, invention can be granted to have monopoly over their creation for a specific period of time. An IPR is important to inspire and promote research and development. So these three are what comes under intellectual property rights. First, you must have a patent. You must take a patent. A patent is a type of limited duration protection that can be used to protect inventions. When a patent is granted, the owner gets an exclusive right to prevent others from using, selling or distributing the protected invention. Term of every patent is 20 years from the date of filing of patent. Second is trademark. Trademark includes any visual symbol, word, name, design, slogan, label, etc. and this is what distinguishes the brand or commercial enterprise. Trademark, each of the companies will have their own trademark. Their word, their name, or their logo will have a difference from the others. So that is of the slogan, label, design, and all of these comes under trademarks. Copyright includes literary and artistic works such as novels, poems, plays, films, music, paintings, etc., and it gives an exclusive right for the creator of the original work. And violation of IPR refers to any breach of your protected intellectual property which is protected under the IPR laws. And these can include plagiarism, copyright infringement, trademark infringement. What is plagiarism? Plagiarism is an act of copying someone else's language, thoughts, ideas, or expressions and claiming it as the original idea of oneself. In simple words, taking credit of other person's intellectual endeavors is what is plagiarism, and this taking credit is unethical, and without permission, stealing copyrighted work of someone else's work is punishable offense in the court of law. For example, let me give you a simple example which we all can relate to. Your teacher gives you an assignment, your English teacher gives you an assignment to write an essay on a topic. So what you do is you Google that topic, and you will get many websites will come there. What you do is you click on one, and then you copy everything that was given there. The original thing that was provided in the internet was written by someone else, and what you do, you copy the same thing into your sheet and you submit it under your name. That is nothing but plagiarism, right? We all must have done that. So that is what plagiarism is. Okay, copying someone else's language, their thoughts, their ideas or expression, and we write it under our name and we submit it, claiming it as the original idea of oneself. That is what is plagiarism is. Okay, and it is a punishable offense in the court of law. Then copyright infringement. Copyright infringement is the use of copyrighted works. It is the use of copyrighted works without permission. Copyright infringement, when we are infringing it, infringement comes in. So the use of copyrighted works without the permission, this infringes upon the various special rights given to the copyright holder, like the right to reproduce, distribute, perform or display the work, or to make derivative works. Derivative works are the works which involve copyrightable elements of the main work. Okay, so this is what copyright infringement is. Then comes trademark infringement. It is the unauthorized use of a trademark or service marks on goods or services in such a way that it evokes confusion, deception or mistake about the actual source of the goods or services. For example, this is very common, Nike, right? We have the shoes, Nike shoes. It will be a trademark infringement if some other company uses the same symbol as Nike, uses the same name, the design, everything is same, they are copying, right? The use of a trademark or service marks on goods or services in such a way that it evokes confusion or deception. People will get confused which one to buy, right? So this is, they might provide cheaper things, but in the same name Nike, or in the same logo. So, that is what trademark infringement is. It is the unauthorized use of a trademark or service marks on goods or services in such a way that it evokes confusion, deception or mistake about the actual source of the goods or services. Now, in case you can't leave the name Nike, what you must do? Nike, this is the original name. You might have seen Nike, might be seen. You might have seen, right? Adidas spelling they'll make the spelling different and then they will sell their goods, because if they put the same spelling and same logo and all, trademark infringement will come. It will land them in trouble. So, that is why if you have noticed Adidas spelling, Nike is E and all comes in. Infringement may occur when the offender uses either identical or extremely similar trademarks which is owned by another party. Trademarks are governed by both the federal and state laws. Licensing and copyright. Licensing is a legal procedure to provide rules and guidelines for other user to use and distribute the work. It defines the responsibilities of the parties entering into the license agreement and guidelines to use the work. It is basically the fair use of work with limitation, warranties and protection. Now, what are the benefits of using licensed work? The license can save time and money. Using unlicensed work of someone is against the law, which means licensed work of someone should be used. Unlicensed work of someone when we use it is against the law. Then the license can save time and money. We have the right to receive around the clock support. Now, what is the difference between licensing and copyright? Copyright is a type of intellectual property protection and licensing is a kind of risk control measure that can be applied. See, for assertion and reason you can expect. Licensing is a kind of risk control measure that can be applied to control copyright laws exposure, but copyright is a type of intellectual property protection. Also, licenses provide rules and guidelines for others to use your work. Type of licenses: Creative Commons. This license allows the free distribution of a copyrighted work. This license will allow the free distribution of copyrighted work. A Creative Commons license is generally used when the author wants to give other people rights to share, use or modify the author's work. That is when Creative Commons. General Public License (GPU) is a series of free software licenses that guarantee the end users the four freedoms to run, study, share and modify the software. Apache license, written by Apache Foundation Software, is a free permissive license which allows users to use the software for any purpose, to distribute it, to modify it and to distribute the modified version of the software under the terms of the license without concern for royalties. FOSS, free and open source software, is a software that can be classified as both free and open source software. Anyone is freely licensed to use, copy, study and change the software in any way, and the source code is openly shared so that people are encouraged to improve the design of software. So, these are the examples for FOSS, free and open source software. These are free. Linux, Android, see we all have Android, no? So, this is free. Apache, that is a web server. MySQL, that is free, that is why we can install freely. Python programming, then Perl, PHP, these are all scripting language. OpenOffice, all these are FOSS. Cybercrime, any crime that involves a computer and a network is called as a computer crime or a cyber crime. Cybercrime or an computer crime. Or in another term, it is a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime. The crime here might be hacking, phishing, or spamming, or is used as a tool to commit any offense like child pornography, hate crimes, etc. The computer may have been used in the commission of a crime, or it may be the target. Cybercrime may harm someone's security and financial health. It is difficult to find and combat cybercrimes perpetrators due to their use of the internet in support of cross-border attacks. Not only does the internet allow people to be targeted from various locations, but the scale of the harm that can be done can be magnified. It will be very huge. Now, the different types of cybercrime we all must know. If the computer is the target of the attack, that is, example is a data breach. There are three types. First type is when the computer is the target of the attack. When we want a data breach on a bank site, that is an example. Second is a computer is the weapon for an attack. Example is denial of service, DOS attack. Third is a computer is an accessory to a criminal act. Example is digital identity theft, which leads to theft of funds from a bank account. Now, what is hacking? Hacking is the process of gaining unauthorized access into a computing device or group of computer systems, and this is done through cracking of passwords and codes, which gives access to these systems. And now, what is the difference between a hacker and a cracker? You might have heard hacker a lot, but what is a cracker? Let us see. A cracker breaks the security of, cracker is cracking, no? So, it breaks the security of computer systems, and a hacker is the person who likes to explore computer systems and master them. So, only if there is, so a cracker should break the security of the computer system, that is by cracking the passwords and all, and hacker is a person who likes to explore the computer systems and master them. There are different hackers. Hackers hack for good purposes and some do for bad ones. So, what are the different types of hackers? First is black hat hackers. Black hat hackers or crackers are individuals with extraordinary computing skills resorting to malicious or destructive activities. Black hat hackers use their knowledge and skill for their own personal gains, probably by hurting others. White hat hackers are those individuals who use their hacking skills for defensive purposes. This means that the white hat hackers use their knowledge and skill for the good of others and for the common good. Ethical hacking, also known as penetration testing or white hat hacking, involves the same tools, tricks and techniques that hackers use, but with one major difference, that ethical hacking is legal. Ethical hacking is legal. Grey hat hackers, these are individuals who work both offensively and defensively at different times. Sometimes they mind their own business, only they will care for them. Other times they will also do for the good of others. Their behavior can't be predicted. Sometimes they use their skills for the common good, while in some other times he uses them for their personal gains. This is what these are the different types of hackers. Now, what are the hacking process? Footprinting, who is lookup, NS lookup, IP lookup. They will look all of these, then scanning, port scanning and network scanning, gaining access, that is cracking the password, social engineering viruses sent by sending a virus or something, maintaining access, OS backdoors, trojans, clears, tracks. Those are not that important. Required skills of an ethical hacker. Microsoft, they need to hack a Microsoft, then they need skills in operation, configuration and management. To hack Microsoft operating systems, they need skills in operation, configuration and management. Linux, they should have the knowledge of Linux or Unix, security setting, configuration and services. Network protocols, that is transmission control. TCP stands for transmission control protocol, you learn that in 12th. IP is IP address, internet protocol. Sorry, IP is not IP address, okay, by mistake it came naturally. IP stands for internet protocol, TCP is transmission control protocol. Network protocols, you must know about them, like how they function and how they can be manipulated. Then firewalls, they are configurations and operation of intrusion detection systems. Project management, routers, mainframes, all of these. Go through these. What do hackers do after hacking? They clear logs and they will hide themselves. They install rootkit, that is a backdoor. The hacker who hacked the system can use the system later. It contains Trojan virus and so on. Patch security hole so that the other hackers can't intrude in. They can install IRC related program, install scanner program, exploit the program, install denial of service program, then use all of the installed programs silently without anyone else knowing who they are. How do we prevent hacking? This is important. Download software only from authorized websites. Scan all types of hard drives before running. They might contain some virus or Trojan. Abstain from keeping easy passwords. Don't keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't put easy passwords. Never store or share login information, like for example, okay, I'll come to it. Do not click on random email attachments. What we get many emails, some might be spam, right? We mark some as spam. So just do not click on random email that you get. Go to the site and do not give any of your personal information, okay? And whenever you get into some site and you type your password, sometimes that site gives you a response asking you whether you want to save the password for later use, so that you needn't type it all the time. Sometimes when we save it, and that can do harm to us. For the easiness we save it, but if someone hacks, then all our passwords will be visible, everything is gone, right? So yeah, how to prevent hacking, keep all these points in mind. Eavesdropping, we all must have done eavesdropping, okay, but that is the legal eavesdropping, the common one. Now what is this eavesdropping? How is this different? Eavesdropping attack, also known as sniffing attack or snooping attack, is a method that retrieves user information through the internet. An eavesdropping attack occurs when a hacker intercepts, deletes, modifies data that is transmitted between two devices. Phishing or fraud emails. What is phishing? Phishing is a cyber attack that uses disguised email as a weapon. The attackers masquerade as a trusted entity of some kind. The goal is to trick the email recipient into believing that the message is something they want or need. Like recipient fills, send sensitive information like account number, username, password, etc. Then attacker uses these. Like they will create a similar email, for example a bank, and they will send your username, account number and all to you, and they will ask us further more details, and we thinking that it is the bank who's asking, As sometimes we fall into that trap. But always remember, a bank or whatever will never ask for an OTP or a password or a username, account number, anything as such. Okay. Now, how do we prevent phishing? We must always check the spelling of the URLs before clicking. The original one and the one from which we have got a message or an email. Check if they are the same, or check if something is fishy. Then watch out for URL redirects. Whenever we sometimes when we click onto a site, we will get redirected into some other sites. So watch out for URL redirects that send to a different website with identical design. Okay, we all might have experienced redirecting sites, right? So as soon as you get redirected, make sure you close the tab. If you receive an email from that seems suspicious, contact that source with a new email rather than just hitting reply. Don't post personal data like your birthday, vacation plans, or your address or phone number publicly on social media, but this is what most of the people seem to be doing now. If when they check into a hotel, everyone comes to know that they are staying there. Wherever they go, wherever humans go, they update it in their Facebook, in their Instagrams, right? So every data, be it your birthday or your vacation plans or your house address, phone number, where you are currently, everything is being updated. So don't be so stupid and do such things hereafter. Knowing this, knowingly, why should we jump into traps and all? Ransom. What is ransom? You all know what is ransom, like kidnapping a child and asking for crores to let go of that child. So that is what ransom is. Ransomware is a malicious software that infects your computer and displays messages demanding a fee to be paid in order to access your system. In order to access your own system, you will have to pay fees. Just like the kidnapping thing which I told you 1 minute back. It encrypts the victim's files, making them inaccessible, and demands a ransom payment to decrypt them. Steps to prevent cybercrime. Make sure your security software is current and update it regularly. Update your antivirus software on a regular basis. Lock or log off your computer when you step away. Go offline when you don't need an internet connection. Consider sharing less online. As I said before, whenever you check in somewhere, you let all your friends know where you are. You let all the people who are also not your friends, you let them know as well. Why? Keep some things that need to be kept private, keep it private. You don't have to let everyone know wherever you're going, right? So consider sharing less online. It will only do good to you. Think twice about using public Wi-Fi. Public Wi-Fi has lots of problems. So if always think twice about using public Wi-Fi. And when in doubt, don't click. If you're unsure of something, better you don't go behind it. Just leave it. Don't click when in doubt. Cyber safety refers to the safe and responsible use of information and communication technology so as to ensure safety and security of personal information and not posing threat to information available about others online. Safely browsing the web. To ensure safety while browsing the web, follow the tips below. Keep strong passwords. Update the security software, protect your web browser, use a firewall, install and use antivirus software, bookmark the important sites. Strong passwords should be your friend. Alright. Identity protection. Identity theft is a type of fraud that's using someone else's identity to steal money or gain other benefits. Online identity theft refers to an act of stealing someone's personal information such as name, login details, credit card details, etc., and then posting that person online. Like, just take the case of YouTube channel. In the, for example, you in the name of a very famous YouTube channel, you create one in the same name, and then you upload you use them for gaining benefits. You take their personal things and then use it for your own benefits, to steal money or gain other benefits. That is what is identity protection. Confidentiality of information ensures that only authorized users get access to sensitive and protected data. Best practices used to ensure confidentiality is use firewall, control the browser settings to block tracking, ensure safe sites while entering crucial information. Be careful while posting on internet. See, this is something that you have seen many times in these slides. Be careful whenever you post on the internet. Cyber trolls and bullying. Cyber troll is an act of cyber crime where a person intentionally arguments or upsets others by posting provocative comments. That is cyber troll. Many a time this happens to the common people as well as the celebrities and all. Okay, it is an act of cyber crime. So whenever before you comment or before you go on trolling others, always think from their perspective. How would you feel if you were in their shoes? So cyber troll is really bad. Never go for it. Why do we have to intentionally argument, or why do we have to intentionally upset others, right? Even we wouldn't like it if someone else does that to us. So just think that way. Cyberbullying is the attack upon an individual or group through the use of electronic means such as instant messaging, social media, email, or other forms of online communication in order to abuse or overpower. For example, in Instas and all, there are people who like, you will get friend requests simply. Someone will follow you and then you go behind them. If you follow them, then they will start messaging you and you fall for them and something bad happens. So that is, sometimes they will keep on bullying you. They'll ask you for your personal things, and if you let the police know, they'll do this, they'll do that, they'll threaten you. So that is something which is cyberbullying. It is the attack upon an individual or a group through the use of electronic means such as instant messaging, social media, email, or other forms of online communication in order to abuse or overpower. Be careful. The world is not a safe place as it seems. Okay. Now, different types of cyberbullying. So in case you come across cyberbullying, you must know what kind of cyberbullying it is. Whether it is doxing, harassment, impersonation, or cyber stalking. What is doxing? It is publishing or revealing personal information about an individual online for purposes of defaming, humiliating, or harassing the victim. Okay. Publishing or revealing the personal information about an individual online for purposes of defaming, humiliating, or harassing the victim. Harassment is posting threatening, hurtful, or intimidating messages online or sending them directly to someone with the intention of harming that person. Impersonation means creating fake accounts or gaining access to people on real social media accounts and posting things to damage the victim's reputation. Okay, I'm sorry, it's incomplete here. I hope you can guess it. Okay. Cyber stalking is tracking and monitoring. Stalking a person means tracking a person, right? Going behind them, going behind wherever they're going. So cyber stalking is tracking and monitoring a person's online activity using the internet to stalk or harass an individual. Cyberbullying is the use of technology to harass, threaten, humiliate a target. Examples of cyberbullying is sending okay, I can't sending harassing texts, or sending, you know, right, what cyberbullying is. You might have got an idea. So posting false information about a person online, or sharing embarrassing photos or videos. Cyberbullying differs from in-person bullying. How does cyberbullying differ from in-person bullying? Cyberbullying is more difficult to recognize. Bullying conducted via text or via medium can more easily go unnoticed, because in person means several people might come to know about it, whereas in case of cyberbullying, we will only be knowing about it. It is more relentless. Cyberbullying doesn't end at school, and it can also reach at each child's home. More enduring, it leaves a paper trail that can follow both the bully and the victim for years. Cyberbullying is something that occurs, mental abuse. It affects if it affects a person mentally, so it will leave a trail and can follow both the bully and the victim for years. Now these are the how you gotta prevent cyberbullying. Okay, these are, just read them. Now, how safely browsing the web. We can ensure a safety while browsing the web. Before you start, update your software, protect your web's browser, observe safe online behavior. All these we have discussed. Okay, just these. Network security threats. Hashtag is a type of metadata tag used on social networks such as Twitter and other microblogging services. It lets users apply dynamic user-generated tagging that helps other users easily find messages with a specific theme or content. Adware, or advertising supported software, is a software that generates revenue for its developer by automatically generating online advertisements in the user interface of the software or on a screen presented to the user during the installation process. Malware is a file or code typically delivered over a network that infects, explores, steals, or conducts virtually any behavior an attacker wants. Virus is a malicious program that damages the data and files and causes harm to the computer system. Trojans, a Trojan horse is a computer program which carries out malicious operations without the user's knowledge. Worms, a computer worm is also a malicious program, but it copies itself across a network. A worm is a self-replicating computer program. Firewall is a system designed to prevent unauthorized access to a private network. Child pornography is a form of pornography showing children which is against the law in many countries. Then secure connections, identity verification, go through all of this. Then this is important, question will come from this. The Information Technology Act of India 2000, the IT Act, is an act of the Indian Parliament. It was notified on 17 October 2000. It is the most important law in India that deals with the digital crimes or cyber crime and electronic commerce. It is based on the United Nations Model Law on Electronic Commerce 1996. And it is recommended by the General Assembly of United Nations by a resolution dated this. So, IT Act, okay, this is important, IT Act, IT Information Technology Act 2000. Then e-waste management, proper disposal of using electronic gadgets, ways to dispose of e-waste. Then technology and society, gender and disability issues while teaching and using computers. So kindly go through all of this, okay, and then I have also added few questions here. Okay, these are few questions. You can find the answers to these in the previous slide. Just drag back and then you will get the answers as well. So just these disability issues, gender and disability technology and society, please do go through it. I'm not discussing much on it. Do the questions and the answers can be found from here itself. Now as I told in the beginning when I started the class, that I had to do our group had to do on data protection. So we had to make a PPT and then we had to explain it to the class and all. So if in case you were also asked to do a PPT and all, in the next video, you can find the link in the description. In the next video, I'll put the PPT that I prepared for my seminar. You'll clearly get an idea everything from data in everything that comes under data protection, from this bracket to the from here till here. Okay, I'll post my PPT there so you can go through it. I'll do that in the next video. So this is all for today. We have we'll stop it here. Okay, till then stay tuned and bye.